What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of the After You podcast. Sat down here with King. I'm just gonna abbreviate it.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's cool. Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming through, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Always.
How's your day going, man? How's everything going, man?
Just blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed. Always.
Yeah.
Gotta stay blessed, man.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, man.
Yeah. So, the reason why I wanted to bring Big Man on is because I think sometimes, and I think all the time, should I say, it's important for us to share stories, share space, and for allow people to share their own story the way they want it to be told. So, with that being said, bro, just give a little bit of a brief introduction to the people. Let them know who you are.
Okay. My name's King. Also go by the name of King Hercules. I would say I am a fitness influencer slash actor slash mentor. So
Yeah.
I do all three fields. That's pretty much me. So that's pretty much the fields and areas that I kind of cover in that sense.
Well, I mean, I've obviously seen you. I mean, my boys shouted you out. Shout out Jeff. Who was just
Shout out Jeff.
yeah, man. He was just like, yo, yeah, you gotta get King Hercules on, man. Like, just his mentality, and you know, a lot of people see the fitness on the online scene. Do you know what I mean? Like people putting it in, trying to get that body, trying to get that summer bod.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of gets limited because people don't have that underlying message. They don't have a core meaning behind what they're building. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know we spoke briefly before we started this about Body of Africa and you know how you've got to this point in life. Like, give us a bit of a...
Okay, so what I would say is, in terms of like my upbringing and how I was raised, I was the youngest. I was the youngest sibling. Like, my parents were fairly old. Like, they had lived their life, and I would say I was someone I almost felt neglected. Not that I dwelled on that, because I'm someone that if I'm in a situation, I'm not going to sit there and dwell, because sitting there dwelling is not going to get you nowhere in life.
100%.
You've got to, do you know what I mean? So let's just say I could have gone left. I had friends that were also doing, they were doing bad things, if you want to call it that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm someone that, like, I mean, I knew it was possible, so it's just, I was someone that applied my mindset to, do you know what I mean? Like, my first step was, I say this is after I left school, because, I mean, when you leave school, you're a bit unsure about what you want to do and what you want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of youngsters are probably selling drugs, or it's the fastest way to make money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm someone that I was always working. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, let's just say my drug dealer friends, they had a lot more money than me and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So
And
it's easy to fall down that trap.
it is easier to fall down that.
Can be.
It is definitely easier to fall down that trap. But I was someone that, like, I had to sit down one day and think to myself. I thought about it. I was like, you know, money comes and goes. Do you know what I mean? Like, money's not everything. So why am I focusing on money? Do you know what I mean? I need to work on myself. Do you know what I mean? I need to build myself. Do you know what I mean? And I need to even acquire the confidence, do you understand, to be this person.
Yeah.
So I mean, I actually came up with the name myself, King Hercules. I want to call myself Hercules. Yeah. And basically what it is at the time I searched on Instagram, Hercules was already taken, so I put a king in front of it.
Yeah.
Now, at this time when I chose this name, I never looked like this.
Yeah.
I was a skinny, lanky kid, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like, I was thinking, oh, do you know what I mean? I can't call myself that. What are people going to say? They're just going to laugh at me.
Yeah.
But it's something that I kind of had to embody. Like, I mean, going into the gym, and do you know what I mean? I also wanted to change the perception of the gym. Do you know what I mean? Because basically, back in the days, I feel like people used to find the gym scene very intimidating.
100%.
I mean, you've got the big guys, and the stereotypical thing is the big guy, hey, get off the bench. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. And then the little guy is scared to even, do you know what I mean?
Try and get some more weights in that.
So, I mean, that was even another thing that I wanted to change. So, I mean, I went in the gym and I just applied myself. And I guess through training every day, I learned new fundamentals for life.
Yeah.
And that's if you want something, you have to work hard at it. Do you know what I mean? You have to consistently work hard at it. It just doesn't stop. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you can't just go to the gym one day and get your pump. Do you know what I mean? And then you're done. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You've got to jump back on it. Even if you fall off, jump back on it. Do you know what I mean? Jump back on it, and the results will show. And basically, let's just say I was the little guy, and then I started to become the big guy. Now, growing up, I used to like Spider-Man. One of the famous quotes was, "With great power comes great responsibility." So now I'm in a position of power. And now youngsters and young people and like smaller people are coming to me for advice. They're asking me different questions. How do you do this? Or they're talking about certain predicaments. Like at first, I mean, I didn't know how to answer it or whatever. But then I realized where I am in the space. Do you know what I mean? And I was someone that, do you know what I mean? I was happy to spread knowledge and this. So at the same time, I was trying to change the perception, like I said. This also opened up many other doors. I think at that time they were doing a casting for Tarzan. I think this was in 2014. 2014, I think that someone saw my picture on Instagram. A casting director told me to come down. The rest is history. I mean, they saw me, they liked my image. Even on set, like I feel like I'm one of the people that stood out that I started off as an extra, and then I got hired to double one of the main actors, Shaman Hansu. Do you know what I mean? Like, So I was
big
like,
names, by the way.
This is what I'm trying to say. So I mean, it was a great experience, and it was all from me being that young kid on the step, thinking about, do you know what I mean? I couldn't never really imagine everything that I've actually done. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, I'm just gonna be here. I can never do that. Do you know what I mean? I can never do that. But I mean, my thing is just applying yourself opens up many other doors. I mean, I've been on movie sets. I've done The Body of Africa. I mean, 2014. Worked with like The Rock, all these people. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, and it's something that I never would have ever imagined. Do you know what I mean? If I didn't apply myself. So, me personally, I just feel like the power of, do you know what I mean? Just applying yourself to something. It definitely works. Manifestation. That's exactly what it is.
No, I mean, I mean, also, before we jumped on here, we was also talking a little bit about, I mean, my background, and the people already know, is obviously the football lane. So it's more team-based. And you said something really key just a minute ago, and you were talking about operating or working out in team environments with a team. It's different. It's
definitely.
The energy you build, you bounce off of each other, you pick each other up, and like if you get comfortable, conditioned to train in that way for a long period of time, it's hard to self-motivate.
Definitely.
That's one thing that I've noticed, obviously being just an athlete transitioning into fitness and that. But bro, like, tell me a little bit more about like the casting situations and stuff, because that must have to be a mad,
I mean,
out of the blue situation. Did you think it was real? Like, what position was you in?
It was. I mean, at the first production obviously was Tarzan. I mean, it was a Warner Brothers production, and like, wait, I'm like, wow, I'm actually going to be in a movie. Like, it was a great experience. I mean, I met so many great people that are doing things now in this day and age. So, I mean, even just being on that set and networking with so many individuals, I mean, that was a great experience altogether. And we built like a brotherhood. Like, we still keep in contact to this day. I mean, from being on the set of Tarzan, I guess you build networks and connections, because that's another important thing when you're out in the field. I feel like in life it's also important to make yourself accessible. Instead of sitting down thinking, this, you need to actually be in the field, because you never know what doors you're going to open. And that was a prime example. Me being on the Legend of Tarzan opened up many other doors. So I met different casting directors that took me onto other movies. I mean, after the Tarzan movie, that's when I went on to do Mr. Africa. I mean, I got scouted from that, and then I won The Body of Africa, and then from that, from the Tarzan movie, I also got I did the Justice League movie. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm like, wow.
Chain linking them
Do you know what I
together
mean?
now.
These are the superheroes that I used to watch when I was younger. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm playing one of them. And then from that, it led on to, I think, I'll say it's my biggest one, which was Hobbs and Shaw, where I got to work alongside with Dwayne Johnson, Idris Elba, do you know what I mean? Jason Statham. It was an amazing experience. Yeah, man. It was just, I mean, I just feel like it's a chain effect, if anything, man. Just applying yourself.
See, that's powerful as well when you talk about chain effects, because, you know, there's no clock that says, or, you know, there's an end game where it says, oh, you're going to get here at this time. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone's clock's different. Some people, they do their thing and it bangs in a year. Definitely. Some people do their thing and it might take 10 years to develop that and also get more value out of it. So, like, speak on more of the element of the grind, because there's some people out there, I guarantee they're in year 1, year 2, year 3, whatever they're building. Like, what would you say to those kind of individuals?
I would say you gotta, I mean, these words may sound cliche, but you gotta trust the process, man. Like, the grind is real, man. Like, boy, I've actually grinded, do you know what I mean? Like, even if it's just, if you're looking at it from a fitness aspect, do you know what I mean? Like, I remember there was a point in life where I was unemployed. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have much money. In terms of eating wise, it wasn't a great situation. But like, my mindset, I mean, in the terms of where I was, just going to the gym, doing something, working out, I felt good because I'm doing something for myself. Do you understand? I'm doing something for myself.
I get you.
Do you know what I mean? At least that's the plus. Even though I'm not working, I ain't got this. I don't need that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's within myself. Do you know what I mean? I've actually worked on myself today. And that was a process of my grind. I've had many I've like, even in terms of my grind, like, obviously, my field's in fitness. It's also acting and mentoring. I've done other jobs, you know what I mean? And it's like, not degrading, I wouldn't say, but it's like jobs that I probably wouldn't want to do. Do you know what I mean? Forever. I used to work in Next, retail. Do you know what I mean? I used to do all these things, like, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm always gonna do this. But it's all part of the grind, and at the same time, everything goes hand in hand. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean,
do you feel like those experiences were important for your journey, like working at those places?
100%. I never knock an experience, because from an experience you always learn something. And in terms of like being in that experience, I learned that I'm never gonna put myself in that experience again. Do you know what I mean? And I also learned, I mean, this is my personal experience, that you shouldn't get comfortable or you get trapped. Do you understand? Because I worked alongside many people, like older people, and they've been doing it for years, and you got to kind of look at yourself and say, rah, I can't, I'm not built for this. Do you understand? Like, just understand that this is just a gateway to help me to do what I need to do in the future. Do you understand? Like, and I feel like as long as you keep that in your mind, do you know what I mean? You can't go wrong.
That's big. I mean, go on.
Sorry, I was going to just say, it's also very important to like follow your dreams, because a lot of people have ideas, but they never feel like they're great enough to, do you know what I mean?
To live the dream.
They feel like, that person can do it, but I'm just working here because I don't think I could ever do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've actually got to push yourself and, do you know what I mean? Put yourself in that field before you know it. Do you know what I mean? Everything just connects.
I can see that. And there's the thing, isn't it? Like, there's no formula. There's no magic recipe. For
that is the magic, though. Applying yourself. That literally is the magic. Like, there is, I know what you're saying, but that is actually the magic.
That's dope, though, because, that makes a hell of a lot of sense, because people are looking for the magic.
Definitely.
They're looking for it, and the magic in itself is the action, the doing.
That's it. And I found a lot of the times when you put yourself in, like, sometimes we overthink a lot of things, but when you actually put yourself within that position, you find yourself thriving and surviving. I feel like people neglect what the human body is really about. It's built to survive. So, I mean, if you throw yourself in a situation, you're going to survive. It might not go 100% the outcome that you want it to, but at the same time, you would have received some sort of outcome where you're able to learn and get better at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that makes me think of the idea that most people have of, like, you know, everyone says we live in fear.
Yeah.
And a lot of people deal with fear. I
Yeah.
think the fear is not based off of survival. Like you just said, like, we can survive in most scenarios.
Yeah.
I think that the fear comes from, I can't do it, I can't live it, I can't fulfill it.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes back to the manifestations, because I think things like gym, things like sport and art, they really help you to hone your skills.
Definitely.
You can't get there quickly.
Definitely. And there's also, like me personally, I started to look at, on my journey, I started to look at, like, the human brain. Like, what is it designed for? It's designed to, I'd say it's designed to learn. Do you know what I mean? And you may not know a skill, but the more and more you do it, the better you become at it. It's like, even, I mean, when I started boxing, I was very bad when it came to skipping. And I was thinking, oh, am I ever going to get to know it? Am I ever going to get to do it? But more and more, you just, before you know it, you're actually skipping. And you're thinking, rah, before I couldn't skip. Do you know what I mean?
And now you're in the rhythm.
This is it. You're in the rhythm. So, I mean, I feel like if you want to be good at something, it's just about doing it. You may not be good to start off with, but the more you apply yourself, the better you become at it. Before you know, you're a natural 100%. Like, it's so funny. Like, I even look at like, you know, fitness influencers. I think there's one called Jake Paul. He's really famous.
Yeah, I know about Jake Paul. I remember when he did the Vine days and all
but
of
this
that.
is it.
Second Vine
It's
days.
so crazy. I'm actually watching him how he does it now. It's flawless. Flawless. And you know what I mean? It just started with, this is what I do. And it was a bit sketchy.
It was hella corny, bro.
It was a bit sketchy, but now
nah.
he's a marketing genius. Do you know what I mean? He just says it. He's in his flow. Do you know what I mean? It just shows you.
Timing. It just shows you that the timing, when you get to a certain point, like, not only is the language, I mean, this is it for me as well. Like, I feel like the After You podcast is a materialization of me manifesting throughout life, you know. I wouldn't have been in the position to sit and comfortably speak 2 years ago in front of the camera because I'm behind the lens. I make the magic happen behind. So my thought process was always telling me, no, you can't come in front of that. Leave that for somebody else. But when, like you said, when you realize that you can always constantly challenge yourself, and then there's something to learn. I've learned so much about myself just by putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation.
This is it.
You know
You tend to thrive, and do you know what I mean? Even everything here, like your setup, I respect it. Do you know what I mean? At the same time, that, you know what I mean? You're out here, you just set it up, and you know what I mean? You're just gonna get it out there, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, brother. So, like you said, I mean, like, we've got that hustle and grind mentality.
Definitely.
And there ain't no right or wrong answers out there, really and truthfully.
There is never.
There's a right or wrong answer for you. But
yeah.
in terms of what you can and can't do, there isn't really the obligation. So what I was going to do is switch gears real quick, because you touched on the influencers and stuff like that, and that's something I'd really like for you to dig a little bit into. Like, social media is causing a massive madness in terms of how people mentally perceive themselves.
Tell me about it.
So, like, obviously the human body has been, I don't want to, how's the best way to say this? Highlighted, underutilized, underappreciated, because now it's kind of just, oh, look at those specimens over there. And they're just put into a corner. They're influencers, they're athletes, they're whatever. So I think when you brought up the aspect of working out as you, you know, I think, like, there's something in there in terms of everyone, because we're all human beings in itself. So what would you say to people just generally out there when you're looking at the social media space, how to maybe utilize yourself as a fitness athlete?
How to utilize yourself.
Or how to, maybe not utilize, but how to maybe market and showcase yourself in the right light. So
to be honest, when you do say that, I can't actually tell people what's right and wrong, because at the end of the day, I feel like everybody's unique, and they're gonna bring their own unique element to it in that sense. But in terms of me, with my let's just say me fitness influencing. My goal is just to show everybody it's possible. When you do see me on social media, I'm always working out. Like I'm always like, even when I ain't working out, I'm working out. Do you know what I mean? I can just do some push-ups right now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
a lifestyle.
This is it. I'm trying to. Me personally, I am selling a lifestyle that like it doesn't stop. The goal is to keep on pushing. Do you know what I mean? Because even though you feel like you haven't got the energy to, there's always that bit of energy in you. You're always underestimating what you can do. And that's not necessarily even just in fitness. I take this on into every element of life. So if you're trying to do something, just keep on pushing. Don't stop. Yeah, you can have a little rest, but get back up. Keep on pushing. Do you understand? Yeah.
That's heavy. That's heavy. So walk us through, let's say like, you're about to go through your standard day in the life of the king. Like, what would you do when you wake up in terms of what you eat, in terms of how much you work out? Because everyone has different thoughts in terms of how much you need to work out as well.
That's it. Like I said, in terms of everybody, I feel like there is no one standard for everybody. I mean, like, this is just my own perception, and I feel like it's worked for me. I mean, you obviously read books, and obviously, like, they tell you this, you need to eat this many times a day, you need to do that. I'm someone that kind of lives my life in a sense of, if I know it's good for me, I'm just going to eat it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not necessarily going to go too crazy. Do you understand? It's like,
finding that balance.
This is it. I'm someone that don't necessarily take protein shakes or whatever. Because I don't necessarily believe in them. I don't know. From my experiences, I just feel like they may give a false perception to somebody, because as soon as that person gets off it, they just go shh. So I mean, in terms of me, like, I would tend to just probably eat chicken, stuff that I'm gonna get protein from, and I would constantly eat that. Do you know what I mean? In that sense, I wouldn't say I go too crazy, but I mean, I say as of lately, maybe I've probably been paying more attention. I feel like as you get older, you kind of worry about what's actually going in your body. Do you know what I mean? And that's very important. Do you know what I mean? Everything's energy, and you got to kind of, do you know what I mean, protect your energy in that sense.
Facts, protect your energy.
Definitely. So, I mean, I'd say my routine, I'll probably wake up, maybe drink a glass of water. I'm always researching in terms of like, herbalistic approaches. Like I like looking into like different herbs. I mean, I've got the sea moss and you know what I mean, all that stuff. So occasionally I'll go and I'll drink that. But what would I eat in the morning? Egg whites. Egg whites. I'd eat egg whites. Yeah, and I've got some turkey bacon that I'd eat. Egg whites, turkey bacon. Probably try to read a book, do a little bit of reading.
I like that.
And that's something that
it's not spoken about as much anymore.
It's
because
not.
Everyone's just.
And you know what it is? This is something that I've kind of taken on more recent, because I actually realized that the information out there is just too much for you. Like, it's hard, so you got to kind of train yourself to take time. Do you know what I mean? And
patience.
Push that to the side, and maybe try to like read a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because it's very important for your mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very important, and it's crazy in this day and age that, like, I mean, I actually came to the point I was thinking, it's been a long time since I've read. When am I gonna fit the time in? Because I'm always like that. I'm always like that. I'm always like that. So I mean, I've taken it upon myself to like maybe read a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And then make the time.